Alright, what is up? I've got a new team in the NU tier. Now, I know what you're saying, I know what you're doing. You're looking at that team, and you're like, man, what are you using this standard trash for? I thought you're done with competitive or something. I thought you only use joke stuff. And don't worry. I'll get into this stuff, and you'll see none of this stuff is really, well, I mean, I have a Murkrow, so even that doesn't really look very standard anyway. But I'll go over the first and pretty much only standard Pokemon on my team is Slash Gordon the Sand Slash, one of my favorite Pokemon in NU. Used to be the pretty much the only not crappy spinner in the tier. Then like a whole bunch of spinners dropped. Like what have we got Claydol, we got Hitmonchan, and then there's, well, oh yeah, Kabutops re-dropped as well. So there's quite a lot of good, decent offensive spinners, but Sandslash is pretty much one of my favorite spinners. One of my favorites, if not the best spinner in the entire tier. I really like this Pokemon. But moving on, we've got the greatest Pokemon of all time, the monster in this tier. We've got the god itself, Soak Lanturn. So hopefully you can be putting in that work. Volt Absorb, Soak, Volt Switch, Rest, Sleep Talk. Especially defensive, go with physically defensive Sandslash. We've got that Assault Vest with great stability in the game, Effect Spore. So we can come in on them fake outs and U-turns and get that hacks as we always like to see. So max special attack, Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb. That should be, unfortunately, that should be HP Fire and Moonblast. Moonblast pretty much for lack of any other move. If it got like Leaf Storm, I'd probably use that, but I don't really want to use Petal Blizzard, and yeah, that's about all I can really use, to be honest with you. So it's an extra move. Hey, it hits Malamar, so why not, right? Max special attack, Modest. Moving on, we've got another godly Pokemon. We've got the Prankster Mirror Move Life Orb Fedora Crow. One of my favorite Pokemon as well to use in this lower area of the tiers. Sucker Punch, Brave Bird. If you watch any of my team building team set moveset videos, you'll see my explanation for this moveset. But Sucker Punch, Brave Bird is just it's an incredible dual stab on Fedora Crow here, and then sub, so that we can sub first turn as they switch, hoping to catch that Sucker Punch, but they never do anyway, because no one takes Fedora Crow seriously, so, I might as well just start clicking Sucker Punch every time, and Mirror Move to, like, come in on them Earthquakes, you Mirror Move that Earthquake, oh my god, it's over. Moving on to Pyroar, we've got Specs Pyroar, HP Grass, Stab, Dark Pulse, honestly, I think this team would be better if like it was like Specs Vileplume and Scarf Pyroar, because this team doesn't have a Scarfer, or even just Scarf Haunter, because this team doesn't have a Scarfer, and every team should have a choice Scarf. Like the only teams that can get away with using no Scarf is like Hyper Offense, but like they run like 12 priority users anyway, so it basically makes up for the fact they don't have a Scarf because they all have priority. Or like a Focus Sash or something to get guaranteed damage off. So other than that, basically every team archetype should have a Scarfer, and this one does not. So that's a bit of a shame. Last Pokemon we've got a Violite Haunter. Now you're gonna have to hear me out here. This Pokemon actually works decently well as kind of like a stall breaker. Unfortunately, we don't have Taunt on here, so it's not a very good stall breaker. But like it lets you sub up on things like Credilli, Quagsire, Roselia, Vileplume, and then they can't break your sub with the old Violite with like basically any move. I'm sure there's a bunch of I mean, you sub on Mega Audino, but like Mega Audino probably Calm Minds like twice and then beats you, so that's not even a very good check to it. Yeah, Mega Audino just kind of like 6-0s every team though, so like what can you expect? You sub on Gramble as they try to T-Wave you, all those good stuff. But I was recommended that I make my battle videos a little bit longer, so I'm like, hey, that's a good idea. I'll just like do a whole bunch of battles and then throw them all together. Unfortunately, turns out I wasn't recording when I did. So I don't have a commentary for it. So I'm gonna do a post commentary. So the videos are probably gonna be, well, the battles, sorry, are probably gonna be not very long. But yeah, that's my bad. Probably later on I'll try to make, I'm gonna try to do a thing with this team live, live commentary with it, probably in the foreseeable future. All right, so we got our first battle right here. So he leads off with the Hitmonchan as I lead with Vileplume because it leads off quite nicely against the majority of his team, barring like Megmortar and Swellow. So anyway, that works out quite nice for me. I'm able to take the Ice Punch, and I get the effect spore, which doesn't matter because I just clean take it out with a Moonblast. Bit of a shame because Hitmonchan, kind of sucks, so it's a bit of a shame I had to trade Vileplume for that. But brings in Swellow here, and luck on point right here. I get that effect spore sleep right there, so quite nice. Vileplume already put in the finest, so bring in Sandslash here, and even if he woke up, that wouldn't be an issue because I'm able to knock off the Flame Orb, so he's no longer a threat. He doesn't get Guts boost, so quick attack does very little. Obviously, I'm able to get Stealth Rocks up right here. 'Cause without the orb, it's not really the most threatening. Goes for Brave Bird. It does a chunk, but this is a Sand Slash, folks. Let's remember that. So I try to be nice here, I try to catch him on that roost. So I go for the EQ, but unfortunately that's not exactly what happens. So I end up looking like an idiot. Anyway, so Swallow goes down. Sandslash is on 30%, which is not too bad. What can you do? Magmortar comes in. Fortunately, um, we've got the godly Soak Lantern to come in here. There's no really use going for Soak because he's got Spore Shroomish. So I'm just gonna Volt Switch, expecting Shroomish to come in because I can set up a sub with Haunter, which is quite nice. So of course, as you can see, that's exactly what I do as he goes for the Spore. Probably would have just killed Shroomish at that point anyway if I went for Sludge Wave. I go for Sludge Wave here, and the only reason he'd bring in Rhydon, well, I guess he had, not very much else to bring in, but I was totally sure he'd go for, like, Rock Blast here after the sub, so going to Sand Slash here, but, he plays me like a fiddle, so, I'm able to get that knockoff here. Now, you might be wondering why didn't I go for Earthquake, but it's because I needed Fedora Crow to get some light, get some time in the limelight, so, able to hit him up with that mirror move, get that Earthquake, significant damage off, and luck on points. There goes the Stone Edge right off to the side. So able to finish him off with the Sucker Punch because Stone Edge mirror move wouldn't kill. Megmortar comes in as if Megmortar's living this Sucker Punch. Ha! That's funny. This guy's got a good sense of humor. But so Weezing comes in. I think I subbed first turn in case he wants to Will-O-Wisp because I don't believe I showed the sub. So that's what I go for. He's not having any of that bullshit. So I'm able to just start spamming Brave Bird, doing the old thing that Murkrow does, try to break walls. Does 40%, which if he had recovery wouldn't be breaking any walls. But hey, it does a good amount to Weezing. This is a Weezing. Folks. Anyway, Shadow Ball does, Shadow Ball does a good amount, and Flamethrower does not do a good amount. Sorry about that. Anyway, I'm back. So yeah, unfortunately he gets the burn, which is a bit annoying because at this amount of health with no block side recovery, you're gonna see that he's gonna be able to pull off some tricksy maneuvers to get around Haunter, and then with a bit of luck he can beat my team with like Fire Blast misses and Spore lasting a long time. So because I'm pretty sure as funny as it sounds, I'm pretty sure Shroomish beats Lanturn one-on-one. Anyway, so yeah, as you can see, he gets a double protect, and unfortunately, that's gonna make my Haunter go down. So it all comes down to me hitting an old Fire Blast with the power. I'm not mad about the double protect because he didn't miss Stone Edge, so And I did put him to sleep with a Vexpore, but that's gonna be the game. Pyra pulls it through for me. Godly squad right here. Alright, and we're into the next battle. So I lead off with Sandslash, expecting him to lead off with, Claydol, because I'm pretty sure I beat this one-on-one, even if it's got Toxic, but just gonna knock it off first turn. I see he's got Light Clay, so now I pretty much know I beat this one-on-one. So, I'm just gonna chip away at him as he gets up screens. I'm pretty sure I can outstall these screens before, anything happens, so gonna Rapid Spin here, and turns out his only attacking move is Ancient Power for some reason. I guess if he gets in a stall war with things that try to, beat his screens, he spams that move. Not that it, not that I agree. I don't think it really does anything, but able to knock off the incoming Rotom fan, and he's got leftovers, so I'm assuming it's not a threat. But like he's got HP Grass, and I mean it does a significant amount. So I guess he's like leftovers max special attack or something strange like this. Couldn't tell you. Anyway, I just soak here because light screen's still on for one more turn, and now light screen's gone. So he goes for HP Grass again, and be able to Volt Switch out of there. Super effective, 40%, quite nice. Of course, and I can pull back into Hunter here and just kill something as it goes down. Quite nice, quite nice. In comes the old Pyroar, so I gotta switch. I go into my Pyroar, as that's pretty much my only switch in. Z Flamethrower is 40%. I'll risk the speed tie. He goes for Flamethrower, wins the speed tie, and crits me. Which wouldn't have mattered if he went for the safe play of going for Hyper Voice, but that's not what happens. So I go into Lanturn here, of course. Take that Hyper Voice because Lanturn's too good. Lanturn should be Ubers, my friends. Get that rest off. He's gonna Hyper Voice again. It still does a lot of damage, honestly. Let's be honest here. And I can just sleep talk that Volt Switch, get him pretty low, and then lets me go into the old Fedora Crow here and show him what's what by mirror moving that Hyper Voice. Quite nice. He's going to pull into Granbull here and intimidate me. No reason subbing on the T-Wave because I am intimidated. So Bravebird, even, Bravebird won't be doing very much. Let's be honest here. So pull into Vileplume, and then I actually double here, expecting him to switch. He doesn't actually switch. He has HP Psychic, which you can see does absolutely nothing because Granbull has, shit special attack. So I just sub on his T-Wave as we've already seen he has. Now he doesn't have a switch in. I Sludge Bomb whatever comes in and then kill it the turn after with Shadow Ball, unless he's got like AB Hariyama, in which case he would just like I'm done with this game because I would have been able to play Pain Split on that, get it back up to full HP. But so that's that game. Alright, and we have the next battle here. Now, this man leads off with Cradilly. Why does every team have, like, a freaking Cradilly? But I just leave it off with Power, because, it can deal that damage, which is quite nice as he gets up Stealth Rocks. I have no way of stopping Rocks on Cradilly, because, it's just so goddamn bulky. I don't want to overpredict turn 1, and so I just stay in Fire Blast. I honestly expected him to go into, like, Hariyama with, like, Thick Fat or something, but he brings in Hariyama now, so I'm just going to switch out into Sandslash here. Which is quite nice. Able to take that fake out quite nicely. I went for Rapid Spin because I was at enough health that I wasn't really too afraid of Mismagius. He gets a crit and is able to take me out in close combat, but at the end of the day, we got that Rapid Spin off. Rocks are gone, won't be going back up, so Sandslash, you did good, son. Murkrow comes in, and I'm going to sub because I expect him to not stay in, which is quite nice. So he brings in the old Mismagius now. I'm actually bad at this game, so I don't Brave Bird. So he stunts on me here. Is able to dodge that move. Now Hyper Voice is the move that I'm fearing, so I switch into Lanturn. But he's actually got Roar Pyroar, so this man is on the next level, as you can see. But he brings Mismagius in on Vileplume as I switch it out into Lanturn. Fortunately, he has Energy Ball, so that's going to be doing quite a significant amount of damage, as I just hit him up with that Soak. Now, he brought Mismagius in on Vileplume, so it makes sense that, he'd stay in on Vileplume. But, I bring Vileplume in, and yeah, as you can see, he does stay in, and he has Psychic, gets a Special Defense drop, but because he has a Water type, I'm able to Giga Drain and get basically all of that health back. Now, I don't want to take another Psychic, I had minus Special Defense, so, I go into the old Fedora Crow as he hits me up with that Thunder Wave, which doesn't matter because, I got that Prankster, best ability in the game. Now, he switches out into Gorbis as I hit him up with that Brave Bird. I want to show him that, I don't have any fear of him switching because he's seen the Sucker Punch. Right. So he's not gonna let me Sucker Punch it. So he goes for that Shell Smash, trying to catch that Sucker Punch. I guess he can't outstall Sucker Punch anyway, but I just sub to be safe. I got Prankster. T-Wave does not really matter, and I'm able to Sucker Punch the turn after and take it out. Live on 3 HP. He brings in Mismagius now, trying to stun on me here. Hit him up with that Thunder Wave behind the sub, but No, I've got none of that. I'm actually too good for this. I'm in this man's head, you know. I know what he's gonna do. So I just brave bird and finish taking out the Miss Magius as the old Fedora drops to the ground. But following after we bring in Lantern, he fakes me out, but he's actually the godly sheer force fake out set, the best set in the game. So we actually don't get parried. And I volt switch the turn after because I am faster. It's actually hilarious. But he brings in Hariyama here, hits me up with that Thunder Punch. Effect Spore, this is why we use Effect Spore. Why use Effect Spore if you don't get it every turn, am I right? So, you know, I just Giga Drain here. I am max special attack, so it still does a lot of damage. 28%, that's a resisted hit. Expecting to like over predict here my Lanturn, so I just stay in. Not that I even needed Vileplume. Get that crit. Does I doubt it mattered if like Giga Drain did 30%. He's gonna knock off, expecting that Haunter, but again, Vileplume is a monster, so we tank in that hit. Yeah, no, and we actually get the first turn. We actually get the poison with the Sludge Bomb, so he does take extra damage from poison, which is quite nice. Which means he can actually die right here. So quite nice. I'm able to bring in Haunter, and I want to show this man who's in charge. So you know, I sub up on him because I know he's gonna get parried. Come on, let's be honest here. Why do we use paralysis if not get it every turn? But of course, you know, I just finished him off with Sludge Wave the turn after. Just needed to stun on him. You know, needed to finish the game behind a sub. But that was that game anyway. So last of the recorded battles right here. So you know he's got that Credilli, so you know I got to lead off that Pyro to deal some damage to it because as I said, I don't really have that much for Credilli. So he does switch, so you know rocks don't go up, so that's always nice. As he brings in the Sliggoo, that thing is I mean that thing just is really bulky. So you know what can you do? Specs power, but I mean you know it's resisted and all that. But you know able to bring in Lanturn here, and I so thinking he's gonna like go into Quagsire or anything, but I'm actually you know garbage at this game, so I give that Credilli that boost. So bit unfortunate there. So I just full switch out of there as he you know goes for a grass move as I'm expecting him to. Which does a lot, 23% at +1, resisted, all that. You know, what can you do? So, double out here, expecting him to go back into the Sliggoo. Unfortunately, he calls my bluff and doesn't go into that. So, you know, what can you do? The old Rotom comes in, fan form, and he's going to switch out here. Um, Now this time he goes into Quagsire, so you know what can you do? But I do switch into Vileplume this time. It's quite nice. I HP Ice here, expecting the Sliggoo because you know, I completely forgot that I have Moonblast. You know, I made the set, but you know, for some reason I didn't see Moonblast when I you know clicked my moves. So again, I'm kind of bad at this game, but what can you do? Volt Switch out on the Sliggoo. As he goes for a move, I can just go back into Vileplume because you know it's Vileplume. Vileplume doesn't really care, so goes back into Rotom. This is where I see him like, oh shit, wait, I have Moonblast. What the hell am I doing? So goes into this, and because I am Assault Vest, I take that Air Slash with ease and take out the Rotom. As a result, Vileplume's so good. I wish more people use like AV or just offensive Vileplume in general. We tanking because you know it's Vileplume, and we OHKOing with Moonblast because again we're Vileplume. We do stuff like that. So Tauros comes in here and goes for that return. Now he's not Life Orb Sheer Force because you know we would have seen that him take that Life Orb recoil. So we go into Sandslash here. That's the safest play, and we'll just set up Stealth Rocks for some odd reasons. I didn't think he would do that much. Now I'm actually bad because I should have went for the damage calc because this is most definitely choice banded, but I was actually really lazy at this time, so I didn't calc if this was you know choice band or you know some other I don't know silk scarf or something. So you know you know I didn't check. So if I checked, this game would have been a lot differently. So he's able to kill the Murkrow, and again because I not willing to risk him being banded without you know making a damage calculate. Go into Lanturn, and you know subsequently just die. So that's a bit of a shame. So this is the point where I'm like, okay, I'll go into Haunter and bank on him being you know banded, which he is banded. And again, if I found out he was banded a little while ago, game would have been a lot easier, and I would have had 2 more Pokemon than I have currently. So bit of a shame, but Haunter is going to be able to clean this game up, as you will see, because Anyway, sorry about that. My computer kind of sucks, but anyway, Haunter is going to be able to clean this game up. Sliggoo takes the hits quite well, but as long as it doesn't have rest or something funky like this, I beat it 1-on-1 because we are able to take that Dragon Pulse because Haunter's a beast. Let me be honest here. Quagsire comes in. I actually Pain Split here and get pretty much all my health back, which is kind of nice. Scald is not doing too much damage, and Shadow Ball is a 2-hit KO from pretty much from full. Get the crit there so he doesn't get extra Scald damage on me, which I guess is a bit of a shame for him. But again, not that it matters because Haunter hard walls pretty much every crate deal he set. As you'll see, Sludge Bomb does absolutely. He doesn't even break my sub with 2 Sludge Bombs, so that's always nice. Pain Split. Here's the. Oh, I guess he goes for Rocks this turn, but the turn after goes for Sludge Bomb again, and yeah, it still doesn't break my sub. So not that damage prior, that lack of damage prior made any difference because Haunter is able to pick me up this win. Look at friggin' a Violet Haunter just pulling the game back for me when I make these misplays. If you ever have a problem where you make misplays, just throw a Violet Haunter in your team, and that problem won't be a problem anymore.